Basics of blues soloing. Now, when you first start learning how to play blues, the first place most people start is they learn how to play what's called the minor pentatonic scale. And I certainly have a lot of videos that teach you about this sort of thing on YouTube. Although we'll go into more detail in the guitar course. But taking that scale right there and learning how to play through it creatively. Like one of the biggest things that people talk about, is how come my solos always sound like scales? And oftentimes the reason is because you're playing it like a scale. You know, if you go, it's going to sound a lot like a scale. But if you learn how to start and stop in different places, and I always think of it kind of like speaking or singing, right? Where we need phrasing. We need to start thinking about phrasing. So as we're playing, instead of going, let's start thinking about breaking that into smaller pieces and doing some repetition. So if I had this going behind me, and I go, now you'll notice what I'm doing is I'm playing the pentatonic, but I'm actually creating a lick or a phrase out of it by starting somewhere and then stopping. And you'll notice as I stop, I'm stopping on the note A, which is what we would consider my root of this chord. So I went up, back down, and then back to the A, and created this little phrase. Now, because I played in the center, what I might do for the next one is maybe head up a little bit higher up and change the phrasing. So instead of doing ba-da-da-da-da-da, I don't want that. I want to change it up. So I have you see? Okay, so you just start learning how to take the movements that you normally do on the guitar and you start breaking it into bigger and smaller chunks. And you start... right? And then what I like to do then is I start adding in some little effects. And again, we're going to talk all about this stuff in the guitar course, but things like hammer-ons or pull-offs or slides, right? So if I'm playing, just that little subtle slide can sound really, really cool. See that? See that? Using pull-offs or hammer-ons. Now, of course, all of these various techniques take some time to develop, and we only have so much time together right now. But if you've been soloing for a while, these are things I want you to be thinking about is as you're playing, don't just pick everything. It's okay to pick, no doubt about it, right? But start learning how to add some of these other effects in. Think about your phrasing, right? Think about hammer-ons or pull-offs or slides and start utilizing that stuff. And if all this stuff is new to you, again, you know, I have a bunch of videos out on YouTube that you can certainly watch and grab, or you can, you know, take a look at the guitar course that I'm talking about. And everything's in a methodical order. So it helps you to learn all of these techniques and how to apply them to your playing, which sometimes people need more than just a video here and there. I mean, if you don't, that's great. And if you do, have a look at the link in the description and see if it helps you. So as I'm playing, I'm using pull-offs and hammer-ons and slides to make some interesting stuff with it. And then I start adding in two of my favorite things, which is bending and vibrato. Now again, all of these techniques, if you're new to them, they all take time. You need to nurture them by spending time learning how to do a bend or learning how to do a vibrato, different things like that. But they're really important because it isn't just the notes that you're playing. Soloing isn't really about that. Soloing starts with learning how to phrase properly and make the motions, the forward or backward motions that you're making, sound more interesting by adding in subtle elements, which I call vocal techniques, which are hammer-ons and pull-offs and slides and things like that. So as you're playing, just something small that you can do. So I'm doing that little slide and then adding some vibrato. See? Jump over some notes to try and make, again, if I'm playing in the gut of the guitar, I might move up. See, now again, I'm not asking you to replicate everything I'm doing. I just want you to break outside the normal box that you might live in when you think about soloing and go, oh, I never thought about jumping over something, or I never thought about sliding to a note after I play it, right? That's the kind of stuff I want you to be thinking about a little bit. Okay? So as you're playing along with a blues rhythm, whatever blues jam you like to use, you know, again, the guitar, of course, comes with a bunch of different jam tracks and things, but whatever it is that you're using, find something that's fairly slow and comfortable for you, and just start kind of... And then go, oh, I should add a pull-off. Right? Different kinds of things like that. What I would have my students, when I used to teach private lessons, what I would have my students do all the time is if we were going to jam together, the first thing I'd have them do is take out a piece of paper and write down ideas in their head. Hammer-on, pull-off, slide, bend, vibrato, play low, play high, play, you know, fast, slow, high, low, you know, different kinds of things like that. So as we're jamming together, they'd look at the piece of paper and go, oh, a bend, okay. Or a vibrato or whatever, or slow down, don't play so much, right? Different kinds of things like that. I'd have them write these things down so as they're soloing, they would think about it. And I want you to think about doing the same thing, okay? So again, I don't want to waste your whole day. This is just a little segment of something that might help you with your soloing, getting started in soloing, or making your solo sound better. And then tomorrow what we're going to do is we're actually going to learn the real secret to soloing with blues, which is the combining of major and minor together. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and then on Saturday, we're going to put it all together in an actual jam, and I'll give you a jam track and things like that to see if that helps you. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your time, and please click on the link and learn more about my guitar course, and have a wonderful day, okay? Take care.